Talking through a mask at work and losing your voice? Help is here. Let's get vocal. To support the Get Vocal campaign, share this video with every mask wearer you know, especially those needing to talk through them at work. Subscribe to this channel for all of the latest voice information. Now, it's become the stereotype that singers and actors are also servers and bartenders. Now, working those jobs have always been hard on the voice, since many of those environments are loud and make it hard to be heard over music and live bands. But now there's an added challenge. Many people are now required to do the same amount of speaking, but through a mask. Now, with this new sound filter over your mouth, you might feel like the solution is to talk louder. But this added effort leads to more vocal strain and therefore more vocal damage. Simply adding volume probably isn't even helping the situation, because the frequencies that are amplified mostly aren't in the range that people hear for clarity. In fact, the more you push, the more that strain is actually filtering out the sounds that they need to hear, even before you start losing your voice. Talking higher also doesn't work for the same reasons: wrong frequencies. But there is something that you can do to reduce or even eliminate that extra fatigue. Instead of just more volume, we need to give the listener more specific acoustic information, and we can do that by mimicking old school reporters. Now, some of you might be too young to remember when newscasters all talked like this, and every commercial was about the special on Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Now, some of that is still around, so you should at least be familiar with it. But that sound is about building resonance. It's the same effect that a megaphone creates. I can also create it with my hands. It's more sound with no more effort. So, to build this extra free sound into your voice, do two things. First, exaggerate your voice. The more ridiculous, the better. Think of it as a cartoon character. Use a lot of words that start with M so you can make more of that marvelous megaphone voice. Second, try to do that same thing with as little volume as you can. The best way to test this is to put your phone on the other side of the room and record yourself talking softly. If you can understand the words when you listen back, you're getting the idea. We are creating a multiplying effect so that when I start to add volume, it is a far more dramatic change with a fraction of the effort. And if I need to talk at this level for a longer time, it's not going to hurt my voice to do so. Now, the last thing you can do is to over-enunciate your consonants. Again, practice at the ridiculous level and realize that this too doesn't have to be loud. You can be an angry parent yelling at their kid in public where you have to be quiet. Now, the mask will deaden most of that resonance and consonants, so when it gets to the listener, it won't sound so crazy. It will actually sound normal to them. The added resonance also sits in the frequency range that listeners need for a better clue to what you're saying. So, exaggerate the resonance, exaggerate the consonants, and you'll find yourself better understood and taking a bunch of extra stress off of your voice.